People of DFFOO from the JP global server. My name is Vayne LD. My LD and BT will be arriving soon. You must pull for both of my weapons or you will die in this era. The LUFENIA Plus era. Then you shall die.
Hey everyone, welcome back and thank you all again for tuning back into my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what's to come for March and the next BT Plus units as well. Again, as usual, big thank you to Leo Bob and Zedakai for the translations that they've posted in Discord. Today's video will, as usual, be altered around between the in-game footage and the OP video that was released earlier today. So with that, let's talk March 2021 content, shall we? Alright, if you've seen the intro, which, by the way, I apologize. I know the intro was pretty bad, but I'm kind of running out of memes already. Yes, Vayne will be the next LD and BT unit. Yes, like finally. And a little short story to share with you guys. I was a day one global player, and one day, I've decided to start the JP server just for the shits and giggles, right during when Vayne's event and Zack's last chapter was released. And the reason for doing that was because Zack, need I say more, and Vayne's mechanic looks extremely broken, back then at least. So yeah, Vayne was one of the many reasons why I started a JP account, and from then on the rest is history. Alright, so let's talk about what he's gonna get for his LD. His LD is a melee brave plus HP attack, which also immediately gives him 3 stacks of Conqueror's power, which is kinda to be expected for me at least, since him getting 3 stacks of Conqueror's power is where Vayne really shines. And it gives himself a buff called Contempt, which gives party stats up, which again I believe the usual stuff, HP damage up and maybe brave damage up. Right, and as for his BT, it is an AoE melee brave plus HP attack. So I guess his EX is the only magic attack, huh? Interesting. So for his BT effect, it provides the following: party stats up, which again probably the usual HP damage up and brave damage up, yada yada yada. And he does an follow-up attack whenever an ally breaks a target. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Right. Vayne works especially well with units that's able to either insta-break or force-break targets, which is why Cloud of Darkness BT will be realizable as well. Yep, so both Cloud of Darkness and Vayne's BT can be realized to the BT Plus variant when it drops later on their own event. Next, Cait will be getting his LD. Wow, another FF7 unit? Like, I just pitted Zack's LD and now Cait LD is upon us soon. Well, anyway, let's talk about what his LD does. His LD does recover braves to the party, deals HP damage to all enemies based on own current brave, which will not consume its own brave. Grants himself a buff called Lucky Girl, and his Lucky Girl buff does party critical rate up, party stats up based on total party buffs. I guess it's pretty similar to Hope's overhead buff. And when dealing a critical hit, it recovers brave, and it recovers brave based on how many buffs the party has. The more buffs you have, the more braves it recovers. Okay, looks like Cait is potentially gonna be the next ultimate brave battery unit, and his LD will drop on a mission dungeon event on the 3rd of March. Wow, like finally, we're getting another mission dungeon. Our last mission dungeon was like about a year ago when Variant's LD and BT dropped. Are they gonna only release mission dungeon once a year? I sure hope we will have more mission dungeon content, since it's one of my favorite contents in DFFOO. So will I be pulling for Cait's LD? Well, at this point of time, I really gotta be very careful on who I will be pulling now, since I'm really low on gem stash. Moreover, okay, I'm gonna rant a little bit. All of the LUFENIA Plus content so far has been quite a bitch lately. Excuse my language, I really had to release my tension a little. And honestly, I would have struggled with a lot of LUFENIA Plus content if I haven't pitted Sith Reigns or have gotten Seth's LD or even Porom's LD. Which I'm gonna say this now. Seth's LD is incredibly powerful. Think about it. His LD gives 20% HP damage up to the party and makes party unit hits Brave Cap. Although it's RNG based, but hey, more Brave hits, more luck to trigger the Brave Cap, right? Think about it, it's almost like bringing a BT effect unit. So to all the global players out there, if you want an easier time for the LUFENIA Plus era, yeah, I highly recommend you guys to pull for Seth's LD when it drops. Unless the JP devs decides to somehow cock Seth's LD. But of course, I'm not trying to tell you guys on how to play the game, because at the end of the day, only you yourself will know what units to or not to pull. Okay, moving on. LD Gacha ticket sale again. Yep, if you recall, we recently had a similar LD Gacha ticket sale that has Kujas, Golbez and Onion Knights LD. Well, yeah, this is similar, and this LD Gacha ticket banner consists of Grandpa, Tidus, and yes, Porom. I see what you're trying to do now, Squax. Alright, so for March's new unit. So if you guys aren't familiar with who this is, well, I don't blame you since it's a game that not many people have played. Her name is Shelke from FF7 Dirge of Cerberus. Yes, another FF7 unit. Right after Cait shit. March is looking really expensive for me now. Okay, so we still don't have any details on what kind of unit she is, but given that LUFENIA Plus is a bitch, I guess it's quite safe to say that she is gonna be LUFENIA Plus viable. But will she be as broken as Sith Reigns though? That we will still have to wait for further details. Next up, so I'm gonna be touching on two topics at the same time. March's last chapter and the Intertwine Wills event, which is dropping at end of March. So if you guys remember in one of my previous infiltration report video, the Intertwine Wills is an event that will officially replace the Lost Chapter since we're running out of Lost Chapters soon. And yes, if you're wondering, there is no Lost Chapter in March. Also, Garnet will be a feature unit during the Intertwine Wills event, which means she's potentially going to be getting a LD. But no rework. How do I know this? Because that's what we're gonna be covering next. Alright, so for units that are getting rework in March are Cloud of Darkness, huh? Okay, that's exciting since she didn't get her rework when her BT drops, and I'm pretty sure that her LD bots aren't the one getting rework. Wow, looking forward to see what she's able to do. Vayne, obviously, since we know he is the next LD BT unit. Cait shit, again, since he's getting a LD, him getting a rework is no surprise. New BT character will be released on the 12th of March. Garland is getting a rework as well, which means he's potentially the next BT Plus unit alongside with the new BT unit on the 12th. And lastly, Campaign Gacha character, which will be dropping in the 16th of March. Now, we still don't know who this unit is, and I personally don't think it will be Garnet because, as mentioned earlier, the Intertwine Wills event will only drop in end March. Unless 16th is considered end March, which I highly doubt so. Well, again, I guess we will find out for sure on who this mystery unit is. I sure hope it's not another FF7 unit. And for the final two news, DFFOO has just reached 9 million downloads, and to commemorate this milestone, we will be getting 9,000 gems and 99 tickets on the 1st of March. Very nice. And last news of the day, Arc 3 Chapter 5 will be released in April as well. Not much has been revealed yet, so I guess we will only know more during March's infiltration report. Alright, so will I be pulling for any of those units we talked about today? Well, I am really trying very hard to not touch my gem stash since my last pull for Zek was horrendous. Also, March will be a heavy FF7 month since we know that Shelke and Cait shit LD is arriving. Again, I sure hope Vincent's LD and BT doesn't arrive. But you know what you can do to make me feel happier? You know what you can do to make me feel more content? Wouldn't you wish to see me carefree, untroubled, and gratified? You can do so by softly clicking this extremely auspicious like button and the subscribe button. Help me reach my next target 2,000 subs so that I can feel extremely motivated and content. You will do that for me, yes. I know you guys will. So again, don't forget to smash the like and the subscribe button. Help me reach. So that is it. What do you guys feel about the next LD and BT unit alongside with March's content? How are your gem stash holding up? Let me know your plans for March, and until the next video, good luck, and I hope you guys will luck sack on every banner. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye bye.